Welcome. Please have a seat. Welcome one, welcome all, back to our very second Friday night check-in that I almost forgot about. Today will be the first time that I'm going to start my series that I'm actually going to be talking about something from the Bible. Let me acquire. This Bible is good enough. Any Bible is good enough. Well, kinda. That's another topic for another day. Just don't get any of those satanic Bibles and we'll be okay. Anyways, I guess I can tell you about my week. I had my first soccer practice on Monday, and I was there Monday and Tuesday. I was not there for the third one this week because of a busy schedule, so I had to cut something out, and so I chose soccer practice. But that's been fun. I was a lot more sore than I thought I was ever gonna be. I don't know if soccer's for me, but we're gonna stick it out. We're gonna keep doing it. It's fun. I like playing it. I just don't like being sore afterwards. But I go to the gym and I'm sore after that. Well, not really. I don't know. It's different with the gym than soccer practice. I don't like cardio. My lungs do not like cardio. But what else did I do this week? I baked key lime pie for the first time. That was good. It was turned out surprisingly well. I didn't think that it would be that good for my first time, but it was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. What else did I do? Well, I went with my family to the Bear Museum, Bearology in Plymouth today. So that was fun. It's actually like really interesting. Our tour guide made it just like that much better. She was great. I don't remember her name, but she was great. I loved her. She was awesome. Had a fun time there. Anyways, yeah, I think that's been my week. Very uneventful so far. Let's talk about next week though. I go to orientation for my school. I'm getting a haircut. What else, man? I have soccer practice again. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on next week. I'm getting a haircut. Orientation for school. Did I say that already? I think I did. I think I said that. Orientation, haircut, soccer practice. I'm supposed to have something to do every day of that week. Monday's soccer, Tuesday's haircut, Wednesday I got piano lesson, maybe, hopefully. I practiced today. I don't do that often, so be proud of me, be proud. And I have, what do I have Friday? I don't know what I have Friday. I obviously have something Friday, but anyways, so we're gonna start our series on love, and lucky for me, my computer froze up. I don't know why, bro. Okay, we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. It's fixed. I just reset it real quick. Anyways, we're going to be beginning my series on love, and I'm going to be talking about love, how you should love God, how you should love your family, how you should love friends, how you should love a partner, and how you should love just everyone around you, whether you have a relationship with them, a deep relationship with them or not. And luckily for me, my pastor preached on love last week, so now you guys get to hear my notes that I took on that. So I don't really have to come up with any new material. I'll start with this. So the spiritual principle, as my pastor calls it, of the last sermon was the way we know we love God is by expressing love. The way we know we love God is by expressing love for the others that God loves, which is everybody. So we basically, you need to love everybody. as God loves you, you should show that same love. That if you ever hear someone talking about someone seeing Christ in you, that is definitely one of the top ways that you could show them. By showing someone else's God's love, which is unlimited. You could never show as much love as he does and did and forever will do. But you sure can try. And that what that entails is, so love is action, not a feeling, right? And that's why it says love your enemies. You do not have to be friends with your enemies. You don't have to hang out with them all the time, but you also want to love them. So some of the ways that I feel love can be showed through action-wise the most is definitely having patience with somebody. That's a big thing right there. Patience is key, and I know that I'm definitely not the most patient guy. It's difficult to be patient, but patience is a big one. What else? Just kindness, generosity, just helping someone out when they need it. And something with that, I think something you're gonna have to discern for yourselves is when someone needs help getting through something and when they need to go through it alone. Because there's times when God will want someone to go through something, just God and that person. And there's times when he's gonna want you to step in, and God will let you know when the right time is. As long as you pray and stay faithful, he'll let you know, and everything will work out for everyone's good anyways. So I wouldn't don't overthink it. Don't overthink anything. Don't overthink love. Don't try and be like, oh, I have to do this. Once you kind of just start loving God, you'll kind of start just loving everyone around you anyways. Something that I struggle with recently is, being respectful, especially to my parents. I've been conscious about it more, and I prayed to God this morning to help me be respectful. And something that God does is whenever you ask for something, let's say I ask for more patience or I ask for more kindness or something like that, he's not just going to be like, boom, there you go, you have patience and kindness now. He's going to put you in scenarios where you will need to use those things to help build those skills of being patient and kind. And I had a lot of situations today where I was put in something where I could have been very respectful towards my parents, and I probably wasn't as respectful as I could be. And I feel like sometimes I was, other times I wasn't, majority of the time I wasn't. But I'm going to keep asking for that, and so hopefully I will be put in more situations and have more opportunities to, learn how to do that. Okay, let's move on. So the next thing in my notes is love one another as I have loved you. By the way that we love each other as Christians, the rest of the world will know it is through God. Like I said earlier, once you start loving God, you will start to truly feel his love seep into you. And think of it, I have a cup right here, right? So, and a bottle, right? I'll do an example, right? This bottle is you, and this cup is God, right? This cup is empty. You have not been loving God. Let's say you just started your journey with God and you're not sure how to show love or whatever, right? We could talk about that in a minute, but you haven't been giving love to God. So, okay, cool. And you have this much love. Humans only have a finite amount of love without God. So, you give God some love. God already loves you. But once you start showing love to God, you will start to feel love being given to you. So let's say you give God all of your love. Now, I don't have enough water or precision to pour it back into the bottle, but let's just say, right? Once you give all of your love to God, he's going to fill you up with so much love that it's going to get up to the top. And that's all the love that you need right? Because you're full, but that love's gonna flow over. Let's say all of that love that's in the bottle is for everyone in your life, friends, family, your partner, whatever. Everyone that you should show love to, you gave all of your love to God. You don't have any more love for anybody else, right? But God will pour all of his love into you, and it will start overflowing not only to the people that you are close to, but also to everyone around you. It feels good to love, man. So there's so much hate in the world already, and so many people just hate for no reason. So something I heard one time was, why not be a person who loves for no reason? And man, wouldn't that just be great? I mean, like, I love feeling love and being loved. And once you give all of your love to God, He gives you so, and you feel like you have to distribute love, right? Like, I can give this amount to this person, and this amount to this person, and this amount to this person, but that leaves this person without anything. But, I mean, you just give all, you take all that love back. Take it all back. Rip it away from everyone that you love. Take it away. You don't love them anymore. You give it all to God. Put Him first in your life, and He will pour not your love, but His perfect and divine love into your soul, body, whatever. And it will just, is so much that it just starts oozing out of you, spreading everywhere. And I mean, it just, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But you guys get it. You guys get it, because you guys are awesome. By the way, I want you guys to do something with me at the start of these videos, or when I remember to do it in these videos. So I came up with something while I was sitting at home one day, and it's probably really cringy, but we're gonna do it anyways. It's called a lock-in fist bump, right? So take your hands, fist them up, hit them with a boom, right? Then interlock, and then twist it, bro. Fire, right? Anyway, so lock in with me, bro. Whoa, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. That was a bad one. Restart. Lock in with me, bro. Alright, we locked in. We locked in. We got it. Anyways, but just love God, and He'll take care of the rest. He'll give you enough love to take care of everyone on the planet. Everyone, every living being on the planet. His love is infinite, and once you get that infinite, divine, everlasting, no, nothing can ruin that kind of love. And I think there is different kinds of love. I think, okay, let's talk about this. I said we'd talk about it at the beginning of the video. Let's talk about the different kinds of love. So, you have the love that you should give your family, which is by showing respect, you know, doing what they say, spending time together, all that jazz. And then you have the love that you should give your friends, which is more spending time together, joking around, talking. You know, you have romantic love for a partner, which can get more a bit physical intimacy, sharing insecurities. I mean, you can do that with your friends and family. Some might not feel as comfortable as others, you know. And then, but what kind of love should you give God? That's a good question. I haven't thought about this before. So let's think about it together. So if you give your family respect and quality time, then you should give God respect and quality time. If you joke around with your friends and like tell them funny stories, talk about your day with your friends, you know, you hang out, play games, whatever, hang out with God. Whenever you go to God, it doesn't have to be like, dear Lord, I thank you for this day. You can just talk to Him. Like I'm talking to Him right now. Right, big bro? Lock in. Heavenly lock in. I know he hit that heavenly Anyways, I mean, Wow, that's a big topic, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Dang, I wanted to keep these short. I'm going to keep it under 30 minutes. I'm going to keep it under 30 minutes. I'll make this segment quick. Christianity is not a religion, it is a relationship with a personal God. God is not someone that you have to do things for to earn his approval and love for you. You don't have to do good works. No man is good, no, not one. I don't know where it says that in the Bible, but I know it says it. Look it up. I know it says it. No man is good, no, not one. There's nothing you can do to earn God's love and approval. That's why Jesus died for you. And I heard it put a very good way. When you sin, the devil tries you in court. You are the defender. The devil's the attacker. I don't know how court works. Okay? I'm stupid. But what did I just... Call me out on that one, guys. That was... Never let me do that again. You are the defendant. The devil is testifying against you, saying that you have sinned. And you have. You're guilty. But the cool thing about it is, God, your Father, is the judge. And Jesus, your brother, is your attorney. And so you go to Jesus and you're like, hey, I'm guilty, but it's like, hey, I'm guilty, right? Because you are. You admit it to him. You admit that you're guilty. You admit that you did it. And Jesus looks at you and he says, I got it, bro. And then looks back at God and he's like, yo, Pops, did you hear what this guy did? And God looks back at him and is like, he did something? Really? I don't think I knew that. And the devil's over there yelling, it's like, yeah, he committed the sin of lust. He lied. He killed somebody. He raped somebody. He did this. He sold somebody into slavery. He was in human trafficking. He sold drugs. He did all of this horrendous stuff. And Jesus and God look at each other and are like, I don't remember though. I don't remember that. Did he really? I don't think he did. I don't think he did. They know you did. They know you did, but you were already forgiven. And that doesn't mean that you can go and just... That's the hard part right there. That doesn't mean that you can just go and sin and boom, you're forgiven, right? You are. But if you go and you sin and you come back and you're like, hey, yo, I'm forgiven, right? Alright, cool. And then you go do it again. You don't love God. There's no love for you. So there's no love for him. So when you get to heaven, he will look you in your eyes and say, depart from me. I never knew you. Because you never took the time to get to know him. If you love somebody, you're going to make sacrifices for them. And the sacrifice that you make for God is sin. And sin is bad for you anyways. The world is bad for you anyways. You should not be a part of the world. We are separate. We should be outcast to the world. But when we're outcasted from the world, we are brought into the family of God. And there are so many Christians out there. And even if you were the only one on this planet, the only Christian on the planet, if God is with you, who can stand against you, man? Who? Tell me. You're going against a perfect being that created the planet, this complex body. You're going against that? The person who... He sacrificed his son. Look at your son and tell me, would you sacrifice your son for somebody you didn't know? No, you wouldn't. God knows you. God knows you, and he loves you enough to send his son to take on every single bad thing that you've ever done and make it so it never happened. And all you have to do is love God, love yourself, love everyone around you, and acknowledge you don't have to love mosquitoes, guys. You don't have to love them. Ugh, look at them. See him right there? That little gray smudge? That's him, bro. That's that mosquito. Hard R. Sorry, guys. This is a prayer session. A Bible study. That was disgusting. You don't have to love mosquitoes, guys. Anyways, let me go over some of the more notes. Some more of the notes. This is just what I was saying right here. Do not be surprised if the world hates you, for it hated God first. Do be surprised when someone who follows God hates you. If someone so says that they follow God and they have hatred for you, they're not following God. They're following their idea of what they think God should be for them. They're following a twisted image in their mind of God. That's not him. When you follow God like you're supposed to, and I'm not good at explaining this kind of stuff, but I'll get better. I'm trying. When you follow God like you're supposed to, he will instill it in you. There will be changes in you that you won't even know. I am not the same person that I was yesterday. I'm not the same person I was a week ago. And I sure am not the same person I was a year ago. If you told me last year, if I went back in time and met me last year, I'd have to slap him upside the head for the stuff that he was doing, man. How he was acting towards his friends and family. Man, he changes you in miraculous ways, and sometimes the process to get there is painful. He never said it was going to be easy. Never said it was going to be easy, and it's not an easy task. But anything good is worth working for. So put in that work to just try and better yourself, and God will accelerate the process by tenfold. It's just insane what he can do in your life, man. I mean, I'm at so much peace right now. Man, I'm not even finna get into that right now. Let me look at some of my notes. There are two parts to demonstrating love. First, love must be voluntary. Love is a choice. I had a friend tell me that like last week. Shout out Junior. I'm gonna link his channel down below. Check him out. He posts some cool content, man. Some cool gaming content. Check him out, bro. But man, he told me that last week. Love you, Junior, bro. But he told me that last week, and I was just like, that's tough. That's a tough statement right there. Love is a choice. You choose to love somebody. Love is not like, oh, this girl's pretty. I think I have an attraction for her. I must love her. You have to choose to put in work and effort to show this person that you love them. And that same way, you have to put in work and effort to show God that you love him. Now, while I said earlier you don't have to do works, being a good person does not mean that you love God. I could be the best person in the world and not love God. You can do good deeds without love. But that means that they're empty. They hold no power behind the punch. You have nothing to really impact someone with. But when you do something good with love, hits him like a truck. This is gonna go over 30 minutes. That's okay, man. I gotta keep talking about this love being voluntary. Ah. Gosh, bro, just so good, man. Um, like I said, you don't have to show God that you love him through works. Choosing to change. Choosing to change. If I go to someone and if I go to a homeless person and I give them food and shelter for the night, that was a good deed, but that does not make me any closer to God than it did before. But if I'm sinning over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, committing what we think are the worst possible sins, and by the way, all sins lead to death. There is no sin that is worse than another. By human standards, yes, but in God's eyes, it's all the same. A liar is going to hell, same as a murderer. So don't think that, oh, I'm not as bad as this person. You're not as bad as Hitler. Sure, I'm not saying go be like Hitler. But even Hitler could have been forgiven. I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about this for a second. Even the devil, right now, could ask for forgiveness. But as they say, pride is the root of all evil, and that's his downfall. He thinks that he should be God. He thinks that he is better. That's another topic for another time. That's a big topic right there. Anyways, love should be voluntary. Number 2, on the 2 parts of demonstrating love has to be vicarious. Which, if you guys don't know what vicarious means, which I didn't when I first heard it, it means thinking of others more than yourself. That doesn't mean that you have to be last on your list to take care of. But it does mean that you should put others' needs in the moment above yours. I'm not the person to talk about this because I don't really know what to say. But wow, God is a good example for like everything, bro. I'm sure God did not want his son to die. But he put our needs above his wants. Put others' needs above your wants. You don't have to fulfill everyone's desires. That's not your job. That's not anyone's job but theirs. They should be the one to chase their own wants. And you can ask for help with those. You do not have to fill anyone's wants. You should, however, try and help to complete their needs. I'm sure it's circumstantial. I can't give you an example, but I'm sure it's circumstantial. Let's move on to the last topic, and I'm gonna end us off with a prayer because I'm tired, and I'm kind of losing collection of my words here. This is a big topic to handle. We might have to split just this into 2 different parts for me to give me some more stuff to talk about. But the last thing is love is shown by actions, not words, as I said earlier. And after that, he said, the tongue is a foul creature that cannot be tamed. It is uncontrolled and filled with poison. The words you say can cause the most damage out of anything in your body. So if I'm going to leave you off with anything, I'm not going to go into this right now, into really deeply, because I'm running over my time limit. But if I can give you one piece of advice, hold your tongue, man. The amount of... I still think about things that I've said, and I feel sorry about it every day. I hate that I said it, but it's in the past, and I shouldn't dwell on it. I'm forgiven for it. It was a terrible thing to say, and I hate it. I hate myself for it. But I hated myself for it. But now I've chosen to forgive myself. And God has once you forgive yourself, you can truly accept the forgiveness of God. Once you forgive others, you can truly be forgiven yourself. And others includes you, bro. So if I can leave you off with anything, watch what you say. And I think if you follow one thing for the rest of your life, it's that. Watch what you say, man. There's a fly in my room, and I'm about to say something nasty to it. But watch what you say. Just be oh so careful. And sometimes you're gonna say something and you're gonna regret it, and and you're not gonna want to apologize for it because you feel embarrassed or too prideful. I used to feel that way, and the more I've started just dropping that feeling of pride and just going and apologizing, I felt so much better. So much better. Anyways, let's end off with a prayer real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Dear Lord, I want to thank you for this day, for waking us up this morning and giving us another beautiful day. And I just want to pray for the viewer. I don't know what they're going through. A death, a divorce, loss of a loved one, loss of a pet. That's a loved one right there to me. Any kind of loss, any kind of struggle, sickness, anything, God, just give them peace and comfort. And if they're struggling to figure something out, what to do with their life, a path they need to take, give them a calm, rested mind and speak to them and guide them down the right path that you have for them. And Lord, you are good, you are great. You know exactly what to do. And if someone is watching this right now unsure of whether they should go to you or how to go to you, please put someone in their lives that will guide them in the right direction. Good Christian family or friends that will guide them to you, God. And if they are struggling with how to be maybe that Christian family or friend, just guide them down that path and help them to fulfill not their wants but yours, Lord. Help them become what you want them to be. Let your will be done, not theirs or mine or anyone else's. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Alright, guys. That was a good one. That was a good one, I think, for especially the second one. We'll get better at, I didn't open this at all. We'll get better at this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next Friday Night Check-In next week. One side note for the gaming side of the channel, with school starting back up and stuff, I don't know how much gaming stuff I'm gonna be able to do, because it requires recording, transferring the footage, and a lot of editing for these longer videos. And normally I really can't just do short, record for 40 minutes or something. I get so engrossed in the game, I'm not gonna have as much time to record or anything. So we might have to switch it to reactions. I might be doing some horror reactions. Might be having a friend do them with me. I think that'll be fun. Maybe playing some smaller games. Probably some Roblox stuff, because I can run that on my computer. I'll see what I can do about getting my PS4 into my room. That might give me a little bit more time to record, but who knows. Anyways, that's just what's going to be happening with the channel. But the Friday Night Check-Ins are going to stay consistent. The Friday Night Check-Ins are going to stay consistent, or at least I'm really going to try. And anyways, that's all. Thank you guys for watching, and have a blessed day. Peace, y'all. Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken pieces of you. Tearing out pieces of me to replace the broken
chance.